Why do we keep waking up at 3 a.m.? And what is it really trying to tell us? There's a particular quiet, a hush that descends upon the world, unlike any other. It's a silence so complete, so encompassing, that it feels almost tangible. Have you felt this before? That belongs only to the deepest part of the night. A time when the usual cacophony of daily life fades into a distant memory. It's a stillness so profound you can almost hear the world breathing. The gentle rise and fall of nature, undisturbed by the clamour of human activity. Around 3 in the morning, many of us find ourselves wide awake, staring at the ceiling, lost in thought. We stare into the darkness and a question forms, a silent inquiry that bubbles up from the depths of our subconscious. But that's only part of the story. Why now? Why this hour, suspended between yesterday and tomorrow? This liminal space where the boundaries of time seem to blur. This isn't the wakefulness of a bad dream fueled by fear or anxiety. It feels intentional, as if the universe is gently tapping us on the shoulder, trying to get our attention. The world outside is asleep, shrouded in darkness and silence. But here you are, a solitary witness to the turning of the night, a guardian of the quiet hours. Have you ever felt that this moment is not an accident, not a random occurrence in the vast expanse of time, but an appointment you didn't know you had made? A secret rendezvous with your own soul, under the watchful eye of the moon. The mystery of the 3 a.m. awakening is a deeply human experience, visiting us more as we gather years, as we accumulate the weight of experience. It's as if the weight of our days, our joys, sorrows and questions, chooses this time to surface, to demand our attention in the stillness. With the distractions of the day gone, the noise and clamour silenced, there is only you, the darkness, and space for reflection, for introspection. Perhaps the real question isn't why we're awake, tossing and turning in the dead of night, but what we're awake for, what purpose this unexpected awakening serves. Maybe this interruption is a gift, a quiet moment stolen from the rush of life, to listen to the whispers of our own heart, to hear the truths that are often drowned out by the noise. In the gentle embrace of the pre-dawn dark, as the first hints of dawn begin to paint the sky, we are invited to listen to truths that only silence reveals, to find solace and understanding in the quiet solitude. If you find yourself awake while the moon hangs high in the inky sky, a silent sentinel watching over the world, know this: you are in good company. You're not an anomaly, not an outlier in the grand scheme of things. All across the globe, from bustling cities to quiet countryside homes, others are lying awake, sharing this quiet moment, each with their own thoughts and reflections. There is a silent fellowship, an unspoken understanding of the 3 a.m. Club, a community bound not by physical presence but by shared experience and the quiet solitude of the night. You may feel alone in your wakefulness, but your sleeplessness connects you to countless unseen souls, creating an invisible web of shared consciousness. Imagine a retired teacher, perhaps rereading a beloved classic, a grandparent thinking of their grandchildren, a former executive, all awake, pondering life's big questions just like you, each seeking meaning in the stillness. This is not a personal failing or a unique affliction to be ashamed of, but a common and deeply human part of the journey we all share. We often label it insomnia, rushing to fix it with pills or quick solutions. But what if it's actually a sacred pause, a necessary moment of reflection? Perhaps our souls are simply asking for a moment of quiet communion with ourselves, with the universe, a chance to listen to the whispers we often miss during the day. Next time you're awake in the wee hours, take a deep, calming breath and imagine all the others awake with you, scattered across the world. Send them a silent wish for peace, for comfort, for understanding, and feel their collective wishes returning to you, a wave of shared humanity. You're part of a quiet, global vigil, participating in a profound mystery, not wrestling with a personal problem that needs to be solved. This shared silence is not empty or desolate, but filled with a powerful sense of presence, a connection to something larger than ourselves. You are not alone in this quiet, reflective space. Our bodies are magnificent instruments, each one unique and complex. They're capable of incredible feats of strength, resilience, and adaptation, finely tuned over decades, responding to the world around us and the passage of time. They learn, they adapt, and they evolve. As we grow older, the music they play changes. The symphony of our being shifts and transforms. The tempo shifts, the melody softens, becoming perhaps more nuanced, more profound. It's a natural evolution, a beautiful unfolding. The sleep patterns of our youth naturally evolve, responding to the changing needs of our bodies and minds. Waking in the night isn't a sign of decline, but a sign of transition, a gentle nudge towards a different way of being. It's an invitation to embrace a new rhythm. Think of your sleep as a tide, a natural ebb and flow. Once deep and powerful, now gentler, ebbing and flowing, reflecting the changing landscape of your inner world. We might drift into shallow sleep, wake for a while, perhaps to ponder or simply be, then drift back again into slumber. This is known as biphasic sleep, a pattern that has existed for centuries. And for much of history, it was the norm, a natural part of the human experience. Our ancestors used this wakeful time for prayer, connecting with something larger than themselves. Reflection, a time for introspection and quiet contemplation. Or tending the fire, ensuring warmth and safety for their loved ones. Perhaps our bodies are remembering this ancient rhythm, this innate connection to the cycles of nature. Rest isn't always about unconsciousness. It's not just about being asleep. Sometimes the deepest rest comes from quiet, conscious stillness, from simply being present in the moment. Maybe your body isn't failing you, but offering you a different kind of wisdom, but guiding you back to a more natural way of being, a more harmonious relationship with yourself and the world around you. Let's be gentle with ourselves and trust our body's wisdom, recognizing that change is a natural and inevitable part of life. This is not a battle to be won, but a dance to be learned, a graceful adaptation to the rhythms of our own inner landscape. Embrace the changing rhythms of your life, and find the beauty and peace within them. Let the wisdom of time guide you, illuminating your path with understanding and acceptance. Subtle currents flow within us, a silent, unseen dance. These are the hormones that govern sleep and wakefulness, our body's natural regulators. After 50, these messengers naturally change, shifting the landscape of our inner world. For women, menopause brings significant shifts in estrogen and progesterone levels, making sleep lighter and sometimes more elusive. For men, testosterone declines gradually, and for both, melatonin, the crucial sleep hormone, often decreases with the passage of time. With less melatonin, it's easier to wake in the night, disrupting restful slumber. Cortisol, the stress hormone, may rise earlier in the morning, nudging us awake before dawn arrives. These changes aren't flaws or failures, just natural shifts in our internal chemistry. Understanding this is about compassion for ourselves, not fixing a problem that doesn't exist. When you wake, gently acknowledge these internal tides and the rhythm they create. Replace frustration and resistance with acceptance and understanding. Partner with your body in this new rhythm, finding harmony in the change. The night is a quiet stage where the past often visits. In the stillness of 3 a.m., memories surface, not to haunt but to be seen. Have you ever found yourself visited by the past at night? A childhood home, a loved one's laughter, a long-forgotten regret. These are pieces of your story asking for attention. The logical mind rests and the heart's archives open. We remember choices, paths not taken, moments of joy. These are threads of our life's tapestry, presenting themselves for understanding and peace. This nightly review can be healing, a chance to make peace with our history. Look upon your younger self with compassion and wisdom. Forgive mistakes, savor triumphs, and hold sorrows gently. When a memory visits, invite it to sit with you. Ask, what have you come to show me? Listen to its story. By engaging with our past, we weave it into who we are today. The night becomes a time of reconciliation, not restlessness. Just as memories surface, so do emotions in the night. In daylight, we manage our feelings, but in the quiet of early morning, they rise unfiltered. Grief, anxiety, gratitude, they all come forward. The heart, free from daily duties, speaks in pure feeling. You might feel sadness for an old loss or gratitude for your breath. These feelings are not intruders, but messengers from your deepest self. In the night, there are no distractions, just you and the feeling itself. This is a profound opportunity to meet your emotions without judgment and learn from them. Anxieties can reveal what you truly value. The key is to breathe into the feeling, notice it in your body. You don't need to fix it, just be a compassionate witness. By doing so, you practice radical self-acceptance. All your feelings are valid, all parts of you are welcome. In this safe space, even difficult emotions can soften and release. The night becomes a place for healing. For centuries, mystics have called the pre-dawn hours a special time. But what if there's more to this hour than meets the eye? The veil between worlds thinnest. Waking at this hour can be seen as a spiritual invitation, not a disorder. Your consciousness shifts to a quieter frequency, tuned to intuition and connection. Wakefulness is a sign you can receive this subtle broadcast. Have you ever had a moment of clarity or peace in the night? These are gifts of the thin veil. The logical mind sleeps and the soul is free to explore. This is an opportunity for guidance and unity, touching the mystery beyond ordinary reality. You don't need a specific belief, just openness and curiosity. Next time you're awake, approach it with wonder. Ask, what is here for me to know? And listen with your whole being. You may be surprised by the quiet answers that arise. In Eastern traditions, energy, chi or prana, flows through us, cycling through meridians. Between 3 and 5 a.m. is the time of the lung meridian, linked to breath, grief and inspiration. Waking at this time could signal unresolved grief or a spirit seeking deeper meaning. Your body asks you to pay attention to your emotional and spiritual breath. Instead of frustration, engage in practices that support the lung meridian. Focus on your breath. Inhale healing energy, exhale old sadness. This simple exercise can be powerful in the quiet of night. You don't need to be an expert, just listen to your body's subtle messages. Your wakefulness is a message, a scheduled appointment for healing and attunement. See this time as sacred, for clearing and connecting with your life force. The night becomes a time for energetic renewal. So here you are, 3 in the morning, awake. The question is not, how do I get back to sleep, but how can I honor this moment? Release the struggle. Gentle acceptance transforms the experience. Say, it's okay that I am awake, this time is for me. Create a small sanctuary, a chair by the window, a soft blanket, a warm drink. Have a journal or a book of poetry nearby. Treat this time as a personal retreat, not a problem. Engage in calming activities, gentle stretching, soft music, or simply gazing at the stars. The goal is peaceful, non-striving awareness. This rest can be more restorative than sleep itself. When sleepiness returns, go back to bed without pressure. If you sleep, wonderful. If not, you've used the time wisely. By embracing wakefulness, you turn it into a friend, a wise teacher in the night. Peace is found in conscious, quiet stillness. As dawn softens the night, this sacred time draws to a close. Soon, the world will stir, but you'll carry the peace of this hour with you. You've sat with memories, listened to your heart, and breathed with the universe. Waking at 3 a.m. is not a curse, but a gentle gift for the wiser seasons of life. Next time you wake in darkness, greet the moment with kindness. See it as an invitation to connect more deeply with yourself. These quiet hours are a sanctuary, carved out just for you. Trust your body and spirit. They guide you toward peace. You don't have to hold this experience alone. Share your story. You'll find many others are also members of the 3 a.m. Club. By speaking our truth, we create a community of understanding. We remind each other we're all on this journey together. Be gentle with yourself. The night holds quiet truths waiting to be heard. If you haven't already, subscribe to Wise Reflection and tap the bell. We're building a space where age is not a weakness, it's a well of wisdom.